Hey, thanks for slithering in. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Symtherin, and today we are here with another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are working on something a little different. I am starting with a floor plan, which I will pop up on the screen right now. The floor plan is made by Sims Architect Plans over on Instagram. They created this amazing looking Italian restaurant, and I am recreating it in The Sims 4. I decided to build it over here in Tartosa on this little islandy peninsula type place lot. I don't know what you want to call it, but I feel like I build here all the time whenever I build in Tartosa, which maybe is like an oops, my bad, but also it's such a good lot. I love it, and you have all the fun little gorgeous water and scenery around, and I just thought it would be a little quaint romantic little place for an Italian restaurant. So it's a pretty tiny Italian restaurant. I imagine it being maybe family owned, maybe Sims who live in Tartosa run this. You can maybe run it as a small business if you'd like. I was really going for like a lot of pops of reds and oranges because to me that just screams Italian. I did not limit my pack usage for this one. I do use a lot of items from Dine Out, and for rent I think comes in handy a lot too, as well as items from, Tartosa, my wedding stories and all of that stuff. So speaking of packs and usage and things, if you are in the market or you're thinking of picking up the new Sims 4 Adventure Awaits pack, I do have my very own creator code that you can use. Just type in Symtherin at checkout and you'll be directly supporting this channel, and I know there are a ton of codes out there, so thanks for thinking of using mine. Now we're going to do some decorating, mostly exterior decorating. The layout is pretty much figured out, and we'll get into the furnishings and all of that stuff when we get there. So maybe now's a good time to chat with y'all and tell you what my life has been like recently. As you guys know, I've been trying to keep you updated as much as I can on my community page, but I just recently did a big move, which was really fun. We're finally somewhat settled in. There's still some things in boxes, but for the most part, I think we're finally getting to a cozy part and kind of like this middle thing. Also, a big part of this move is that the house we are living in, while it's maybe slightly bigger, it also needs a little bit of work. So we're actually going to be getting our hands dirty with some little DIY, like fixer-upper type things. It's not too bad, but there are just some things we definitely want to take care of, if you know what I mean. But we're really excited for this new little adventure and things, so we'll see where it takes us. We're renting, so I guess it's not really renter friendly DIYs because my boyfriend's parents own the place, so it's kind of like we don't have to worry about not renting it, but if you know what I mean, we're here to kind of help out and fix this place up and all that stuff. Anyway, we're already getting started on the indoor, but before I really talk about inside here, I do also want to share something else going on. My poor little cat, my elder cat, has been having some health issues as well, which has made the move a little difficult. She's doing okay, like she's still walking around and exploring, but we noticed her slowing down a little bit, not eating as much. And then we also found a little, unfortunately, a lump or mass on one of her sides. So we had to take her in. She's 17. She's really old. So it's kind of at the point where the vet said it's most likely cancerous, but we don't know how aggressive we want to be with her at this age, of course. So now it's all about just making sure she's comfortable. So on top of that, we did some tests and things and found out she also got a UTI and has kidney disease, which is really fun. So we're going on a prescription diet, but yeah, that has been also going around. So I am very happy to be back in the Sims YouTube world and doing builds and hanging out with you guys, because it gives me a chance to kind of disconnect a little bit and get creative and just forget about things for a little bit. You guys probably understand. I know the world is weird right now, and I'm just going to leave it like that. So it's really good to have some kind of outlet like this. The exterior really took me sometime, and that was such a weird transition. I'm sorry. It was like such a bummer, and it was like, well, let's talk about the build. We're all good. We're good though. But anyway, it took me some time to really get the exterior. I think it's because going from a floor plan to then trying to figure out the rest and hoping it kind of comes together was actually really hard for me. I actually started and probably completed this. No, I did complete this build before to move. And I just couldn't sit down and edit and do any of this stuff because nothing was set up. So, so it's been some time, but it took me a while. It took me actually 2 different attempts to get this thing going. I originally built this in Brightchester, the world that came with Discover University, because I was at first also thinking of like, you know, how if you go to like college towns and things, at least here in the US, in my experience, there's usually that little like local pizza spot that all the kids go to. So I thought that would have been a really cute little detail. If you hear any scratching or meowing, the younger cat we've been taking care of, she's not mad that she's locked out of here. It's not that she's not allowed in here. It's just that she wasn't here when I closed the door to start doing this recording, and I'm not going to stop. But anyway, we have like this little patio all set up, and I think this came out so cute. And now I'm just trying to add some details here for the wall, just to, I don't know, it was feeling kind of plain and boring to me. So hopefully adding some of these like wall planks from Eco Lifestyle and some columns and some clutter and these like window bars from Snowy Escape. I'm already dropping so many pack names. Like I told you guys, I did not limit anything with this build. I also don't do community builds very often, and it was actually really fun to get to do one again. And I'm hoping to do more soon. Actually, my next build video, which you'll hopefully see soon, hopefully I can knock out that voiceover after this one, is also a community build. It's going to be a playground, so stay tuned for that. We're getting ready for the new Sims 4 Adventure Awaits pack, and I'm super excited. Anyway, I'm putting some of these like clutter items out here, and at first I think I was thinking it'd be cute to have like a little cluttered Italian restaurant, but then the interior, for some reason, I didn't feel like cluttering it. It's kind of small, so I felt like the clutter would have been maybe a little overkill. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Maybe I could have tried it, but every Italian restaurant, at least I have ever been in, has just been that like little cluttered, lots of things on the wall and all of that cool stuff. Like I really like that vibe, but I don't know. For some reason, when I got to the interior, that's just not what I did. Maybe because at that point I was like, I just need to finish this, and I was trying to rush it to get the video out before the move, but that ended up not happening anyways. So you win some, you lose some, you know? Here we are adding some fun little roof detail because I was like, the second floor, it's like a fake second floor. So I didn't need to do anything with it, but the build just looks so stout and weird without having a second floor. At least I just couldn't figure out that roof line that really worked for the shape of the build, you know? So that's why I added this fake second floor, and we're going to add some like hanging lights up here to just to add interest. And I'm remembering now that this is a glass roof too, so the middle one, or maybe all of them, might just be like floating. And I just, oops, my bad if that bothers you. So I think I'm going to start on the interior. Yes, I start with the kitchen here. The kitchen actually might be my favorite part of this build. I don't know why. It's a really small kitchen. Maybe I do know why. So I actually had a lot of fun. If you guys don't know, I also, in my day job, when, you know, the one that pays the bills, that one is a kind of pretty similar to a restaurant. It's like food retail, but we have kitchens where we make stuff from scratch and all that stuff. So scratch kitchen. And I don't know, I really like leaned into knowing what we have in those kitchens and kind of the vibe and feel of them to try and build this one out. This one is much smaller than the kitchens I work in, even though I work in small kitchens. Well, I manage small kitchens, and it's just, I don't know. So this detail here is a 3-compartment sink. If you're not familiar with it, like if you haven't worked in the restaurant industry, a 3-compartment sink is pretty standard, at least where I'm from, for like health and sanitation and washing up wise and things like that. So I really liked finding this sink and being like, oh, what if I combined it? And then you have your wash, rinse and sanitize little setup going on over here, because we're not lucky enough to have actual dishwashers where I work. Everything's hand washed as well. It's super fun. What a joy. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit too much about that. So I really liked how this room came out. I even put this utility closet here. I think we got that one from Lovestruck, if I believe. Yeah, I think that's it. So hopefully Sims don't come in here too much to woohoo, but also that would kind of be funny at the same time for like storytelling wise. I think it would be fun. So yeah, here we're trying to figure out some wallpaper, and I think I end up sticking with these. The rest of this is just adding some clutter, like some storage for dishes. I end up piling a bunch of dishes into one of these sinks, making it look like they need to be washed or something. We get a broom, a dustpan, we have a trash can here. I'm getting this little island here, and I add some other like random clutter from that kitchen clutter kit, I think that's the name of the kit. Guys, there have been so many packs, and we're getting another expansion pack. And I think there was some talks of, yeah, there are some more kits coming. Like there's a fall wardrobe, like create a sim kit or something coming, if I'm remembering it correctly. I've been like trying to keep up with all the Sims news and really failing at it, to be honest. Like I get snippets here. I know we had that big update with like the lifetime roadmap and stuff with the Sims trying to actually work on the performance of the game. Hopefully that is not a short-lived project. I know there's like a time frame on it, but I hope once that time frame runs out that they do like more after that. You know, I get having deadlines for things, but it's not going to be a one and done fix for this game, especially if we keep adding more and more packs to it. It has to be more of a continuous kind of look at this and fix all these bugs and all of these things. So that is just my opinion. But I haven't played around with the new wow, I stumbled so much there. The rewards event. Well, that's a lie. I kind of did, because I was playtesting another build with Bob Pancakes, and I was like, I want to see if this like little imaginary friend thing can work for him, and it worked a little bit. I didn't try too long, because then I playtested with another family that had kids, so I kind of like started it. I'm just not recording it, and I just have to sit down and like go through it, but I might wait until more events are out so I can kind of like speed run it. Hopefully, we'll see. The last one, when we got the fairies pack, was kind of lackluster, which made me like, I don't know, it wasn't very exciting to me. So hopefully this one is a little bit. We'll see. Let me know what your thoughts are for all of this Sims news recently. Let me know if I left something out, because I feel like I must have. There's been so much. The day I'm recording this is the day the gameplay live stream went live with Rochella. I haven't watched that yet. I probably will. I'll try to. I don't know. I think because I really need a preview of this pack so I can start figuring out what I'm going to build with it. Honestly, I'm really excited. I really do like new stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully I'm not just rambling now. It's been too long since I've done one of these voiceovers. The bathrooms are completed. There are 2 bathrooms in this build because the floor plan has a men and women's bathroom. I didn't put any signs or assign any gender to each bathroom, so it's a free-for-all, I should say. That sounds weird to say for a bathroom, but you know, it's anyone can use either bathroom. It's okay. But they're exactly identical, which is super great. Back here, next to the kitchen, or right outside the kitchen, is the bar area, which is, it came out pretty cute. I think this bar is actually from my wedding stories. It's either that or for rent, and I really can't remember right now off the top of my head. Then I'm using these cabinets and counters from base game. This came with like one of the new updates a little while ago that we got. But after this, the build comes together pretty easily, because at this point, after I get the bar in here, it's really just about making sure I have the waitress and host little items required for a restaurant lot type. I'm using this trick, or trying to, with half walls to get a fence here, but I end up actually using just a fence. But I mean a gate, duh, because I'm really used to like bars or any kind of establishment with counters and stuff having like an employee entrance to get back there, you know? So that's what I did there. I do end up with a half wall. Oh, good. It worked. I do like using that little trick there. I promise the more I get back into these voiceovers, the better this will get. Okay. I'm so sorry. Very sorry, but we're going to get there. And yeah, we just add some curtains and bar stools, and then we're going to move on to seating, which I think is pretty easy. That's pretty much the whole front part of the build. I wanted to try and get the same amount of tables and chairs that were in the floor plan originally, but the space was much smaller, so I couldn't really fit everything that I really wanted to. I did want to put like some kind of booth, and I've tried to use these booth type tables in so many builds, but for me, that item is just way too bulky. It's just so much. I mean, maybe if I build something bigger, it would work, but I tend to keep things a little on the tinier, smaller side of things. I just have an easier time decorating that way. I don't know. Let me know if like that's you too, because I'm very curious. Some people are just so good at like those large builds, and if my build is too big, I get really like, oh my god, what do I do with these, like with all this space? This is insane. Like my mind just can't compute. But now we have all the seating, so I'm going to add all the little menus on the table. I do this inside and outside. I think I get some little flower centerpieces. They might already be down already. I'm going to add some more of these like wall decor things, and oh, maybe I don't. Oh, I guess I get this wine wall art. I think that's from Dino, and we're just going to get some more wall art and stuff, but nothing too crazy. Like here's a mirror and some more wall lights, some candles for the atmosphere. I don't know. I think this is really cute. I brought Bob and Eliza here on a little date for our little walkthrough, so you guys will see that in just a short while after we finish cluttering it up. But yeah, like you can see, I've used so many packs here. Like the Cozy Bistro kit too is something I haven't mentioned yet. Those doors are from that one, and some of the other items I use, like some lights outside on the exterior, are from that kit too. So that's super fun. I thought it was really cute. And we're just adding some more greenery. I just repeated plants because I feel like that's pretty common for a restaurant. You wouldn't buy like, you'd probably buy the vases in bulk or something. Now outside we are going to finish up the landscaping, which I think is pretty simple. I didn't really overdo it. I also had a hard time figuring out what to do with it, so we're just going to use this little flower bag trick that I like to use sometimes, and some terrain paint. And then that's going to be pretty much a wrap on this build. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys stick around also for the walkthrough. I'm starting this little transition way too early. I have to get my timing back down here. I promise I will get it back together. But those of you who have made it so far, you guys are the real MVPs. And oh, this little break area, or this back area, I thought this was really cute. Actually, I forgot I did this. Back here, I just get some trash cans and some benches for Sims to kind of sit. Maybe the employees take their cigarette breaks out here or something. But anyway, the transition is happening. I am going to go and hop into live mode, and we are going to take a look at this build with Bob and Eliza. Oh, well, a cloudy day was not ideal for playtesting and walking through this build, but I still thought it'd be nice for Bob and Eliza maybe to get back on good terms and go on a little date. Look at Eliza and her cute little chic makeover. I love that. Bob, you need to step it up. But here we are at the Italian restaurant. All of these Tonys are going to go and start doing their own thing. This is what it looks like from the outside. We have some outdoor seating here. We're going to go watch the sky and sit together. That'd be cute. We have this fake upstairs, which is just for this fun little skylight detail, so you can see there's nothing up here. But a quick little overview, we have our indoor seating here, 2 bathrooms over here, our kitchen here with our cooks at it, very awesome, and then we have our bartender over here as well. This is such a cute little spot to just kind of wait for your table. That's so cute. I will have Bob request a table and we'll see if this even works. I don't even know. The last time I've used any kind of date or dine out thing, it just didn't work the way it was supposed to, and they are kind of walking all the way around and I don't understand why. We're going, oh, maybe because of where it is turned. Let me fix that. I might just have to delete this thing. That's fine. We can. Let's try it again. There we go. That is working much better. Ooh, we get an outdoor seating. That is so romantic, right by the heater. I'm just gonna order for the table. I don't know what you guys are doing. Let's be festive with some sparkling apple juice. Maybe let's get breadsticks for that. And then I should probably work on this menu before I put it up on the gallery. So stay tuned for that, because what is this? Okay, we're gonna do pizza. I wish there was like some kind of pasta dish here, but I'm not really seeing it. So while these two chat and get to know each other, let's walk through the restaurant real quick. So when you first walk in, you are greeted with all of these indoor seating tables. I think it looks very kind of cozy, but also very, I don't know, festive, or I think it just matches the vibe of an Italian restaurant. Over here, we have like this weird little hallway where you can pick and choose which bathroom you want to go to. Either or works. And then they look exactly the same here. It's just toilet and sink, and we do have a changing table. I believe we have them in both. Let's go and take a look. Yes, we do. So they are exactly identical. Nothing too exciting happening in here. Here is the bar area. I didn't want it to look too cluttered because I felt like this was more of like a high-end type of restaurant, or at least mid-tier restaurant, so I didn't want it to look too super cluttered, but I thought it came out pretty cute anyway. And now you have a functional bar, which is great, but apparently no one wants to drink right now. Whatever. And then in here behind these doors is the kitchen. I think this is my favorite room. Here we have our chef busy at work making lots of yummy food for us. Please don't set anything on fire. But it's good to see that this looks pretty functional. Hopefully, I don't know what that is, but maybe it's because we need another stove. But there's lots of clutter and details in here. I love this sink detail with the 3-compartment sink and the dirty dishes waiting to be washed over here, and a utility closet over here, and a place for employees to just hang up their things. Let's check on Bob and Eliza. We are waiting for our food. It is getting dark and cloudy here. I guess I didn't make this a gold date, but I guess we can talk a little bit. They're gonna go sit over there together instead of waiting for their food. Okay. Anyway, this is a fully functional restaurant. I will have this up on the gallery for you guys to download if you want. And thanks again to Sim Architect Plans on Instagram for inviting me to create one of their amazing floor plans into a real life Sims build. It was super fun. And yeah, let me know what other community lots you guys want to see in the future, because I really have fun doing this and I want to do more community lots. And of course, thank you to all of my channel members for supporting me in this way. You guys are super freaking awesome. I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye!